So the next thing I want to just go through is choosing your geographic area. How do you actually make a decision? Now, sometimes this is going to be extremely obvious. Let's say you have a business where you go out and you sell widgets, and that widget business has a particular territory that you have to stay within. Well, that territory most likely is going to be the geographic area that you focus on and select. Now, with that said, sometimes it becomes a little less obvious. People might do business in a large area, but not know which keywords or geographic modifiers are going to be the most important to them. And so what I like to do is just ask a general question, and that is from a business that's established and has been out there working for a while is, where do you get 80% or more of your business from? If you get 80% or more of your business from a particular area, and this is kind of breaking it down to what is the smallest definable geographic area where you get 80% or more of your business from. If it comes from a particular city, that might be the area you want to focus on, and that's a good thing as you're going through this exercise, maybe write that down. If it's a metropolitan area, write that down as well. Again, you're looking for sort of the smallest definable geographic area. And if you're in a case where you're saying, well, I'm getting into online marketing because I'm trying to build my business beyond what I'm doing right now, you can change that question up and say, where would I like 80% or more of my business to actually come from? And again, what's the smallest definable geographic area? And once you've asked yourself that question, you might come up with a few different regions or areas. So sticking to the case of Colorado, where Kutenda is located, it could be Denver. It could be sort of the Denver metro area. It could be Denver County. It could also be the Front Range is a region that we have here that we refer to certain areas as. It could be the entire state of Colorado. It could be the Western Slope. There's a bunch of different areas within the state of Colorado that we sort of refer to cities, groups of cities, neighborhoods, all that as. So write down some of those ideas where 80% or more of your business come from. And then instead of just kind of picking one at random, what you're going to want to do is use a tool to find out what the search volume is for that. And you can use the Kutenda tool to just go in and find out the average monthly search volume that you'd get on Google for that particular search term. And this is something that's really good to know, right? Because once you know out of these geographic modifiers that you've come up with, what is the best one of those geographic modifiers as far as volume goes, you might be able to pick what would be your primary geographic modifier. And again, you're just going to the Kutenda tool and you're typing in that geographic modifying name. So let's say it's Denver, and then whatever your keyword is. So in our case, Denver health insurance, and finding out what the monthly volume is for that. So once you've done that, you're probably going to have one keyword that's really standing out that has good search volume behind it and is the place where 80% of your business or more come from, or where you'd like 80% or more of your business to come from. And that will be your primary geographic modifier. So that's a good one. Mark it down, write it down. And you're going to want to have that primary geographic modifier because that's going to be sort of the keyword, if I can say that, for your homepage and for a lot of the marketing that you're going to be doing. But don't just stop there. You might have some other cities written down, and you're going to want to use those, and you're going to want to keep those. So go through the same process and start picking your secondary geographic locations. And these secondary geographic locations, it might be, let's say you pick Denver as sort of your primary area. It might be other major cities that you are willing to work in or sell to that are outside of that city. So in the case of Denver, it might be Boulder, Colorado Springs, and Fort Collins, all kind of bigger cities that are located outside of Denver proper. It could also be cities within a region. So if you were to pick Colorado as a state, there might be certain cities within that you want to put down as other secondary geographic locations. It could also be, if you work a particular city, it could be the cities that are around that city. And again, take all those, kind of brainstorm, write down all the different cities that you work in, where you want to get business from, and where you'd like for people to be able to find you, and then put those into the Kutenda tool, figure out what the average monthly search volume is for those, order it by that search volume, and then what you're going to have is a secondary geographic location list. Put that with your primary list, and you're going to have a geographic modifier list that you're going to be able to then take and use in your online search marketing to do a better job of geo-targeting your keywords. Next time, we're going to go ahead and talk about how you use those keywords, and it differs. It's not the same. The tactics are very different for search engine optimization, local search optimization, and pay-per-click marketing. So we're going to talk through each one of those in the next video. But for now, that's it. Hope you learned something about geographic keywords, how to basically understand what those keywords are, and also how to select the right geographic modifiers for your keywords. I'm James Omdahl from Kutenda.com, where we help you take action, succeed online, and drive more leads to your business. Thanks for listening, and look forward to talking to you next time.